we're gonna dive into something new today. We're playing something called Night Call. I've had this on the list for a while. I've had this just kind of in the reservoir. Um, Looks very interesting. It's a noir style taxi game. So let's log in. The art style is really pretty. It's 2D. It's noir. It's cozy. Speaking of noir, I started Spider-Man Noir last night, and I'm at the end of the second episode. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I enjoyed it. I will tell you, if you're looking for something that's full Spider-Man, you're going to be a little let down. It does heavily rely on that old-style detective noir style with a little bit of flavor of superhero, but it's not very superhero. But I personally enjoyed it. I watched it a few weeks ago, maybe a month, and I thought it was really good. I think they're working on a second season, but don't quote me on that. And I think we're just gonna go straight to the judge. Choose the difficulty. Story mode. Money will be easy to get by. The investigation will be easier. Every action will take less time for a chiller experience. Balanced is the way Nightcall was designed. Anytime a game tells me the way, like a difficulty is meant to be played in that way, that's the one I'm gonna choose. So we're gonna go with balanced. Out of curiosity, money will be tighter. The investigation will be harder to solve. Every action will cost more. We're gonna do balanced run because that's how they want you to do this. I do love that they included the options to watch in black and white and color. I watched it. I think there was a few scenes where I went into color just because I was curious what it looked like. But I did end up watching the entire show in black and white. I may do a second watch of it at some point in the true color, just because I think it will still look amazing. I would also wait. I'd like to wait till I have a 4K monitor so I can like really experience the vibrantness of the colors, which I don't have at the moment. All right. Let's see what's going on here. So I wonder if this is the story from the trailer or if this is a different one. I don't know. Oh, there's a dead body right there. Night Call. Yeah, so you do have to like manage money. You do have to like pay bills and stuff like that while you're going around. There is a time mechanic. Doctor. Here? Sir, can you hear me? Or do I need to speak up? There's no time limit on dialogue, so I do like that. I'm not a fan when you gotta get rushed through dialogue. You're fine. She takes a deep breath. Oh, it's my first day at the new job today. Yay me. Hey, congrats, man. Hopefully it goes well for you. Wishing you luck. She takes a deep breath. Sir, you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. So what made you want to play this game? I just saw it. I think I was going through Steam, just looking at like recommended games and stuff like that. I saw the trailer for it. It looked interesting. I do really love the noir like environment, and this one just kind of seemed to pop out at me. I also really love puzzles. Any type of puzzle-like game really speaks to me. So whether that be detective, basic puzzle, stuff like Portal, yeah, all that. I love puzzly type brain games. So I don't know. I think it was cheap. I think it was on sale too when I got it, which is just a bonus. So you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. The word bounces around in your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma? The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. Victim. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up to your throat. The judge, as the police call the killer, assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver and, in most circumstances, it would have been fatal. We chose to put you into an induced... Her voice became more distant, faded. You taste bile at the back of your mouth. Your head is burning. You hear a whistle in one ear. Your fingers move to your wound. Underneath the bandages, you feel hard skin. It is incredibly painful. Did they... I'm sorry? Did they catch the judge? No. What about my passenger? What about the cops? What about my passenger? He was dead before you even got out of your cab. The doctor is silent for a second. Very awkward second. She hesitates. The police would like to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who survived the judge. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head, but to no avail. You need a rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care if he's the only witness. Another female joins in the conversation. Strong, authoritarian voice. You can't clearly make up what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue. Some odd combination of the two. Before being in the hospital room, you've never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and a month later, night one. I really like the dialogue so far. This is really good. It really does feel like a noir setting, and I like the internal monologues. It's really cool. Well, look, I've got a bit of a problem. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since the attack. Are you listening to me? You catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. Yeah. He stares at you for a second or two without speaking. Sometimes I wonder what's going on inside your head. You've always seemed so far away. Sorry. I just want things to go back to normal, to clear my head, to stop thinking about it all. He watches you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know. I know. And you know he's about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet. Again. When my father died and left me the store, I could have sold it. Could have retired, gone back to the old country. But I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me, to hire the guys from the neighborhood. And why I've got 45 guys like you working for me. And that's why I've got 45 guys. His hands flutter in the air. Though none of them are any match for you. He smiles. His voice suddenly takes on a serious note. Do you want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard. The meter. God damn. The meter. The GPS. You haven't been in a taxi for weeks. Maybe you do need a little refresher. Yeah, good idea. Right then. Well, first the map. You spot potential customers and try to guess where they'll be going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up. He shrugs. That's the way it goes. It's business. No problem. The other fares, you look at the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. And then you drive. He flashes a quick, mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, that's all. When your shift is over, we do the numbers, and his voice trails off, as if searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Oh, right, no overtime. We're in France here. There are rules, regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept for 24 hours. He looks away. Something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyhow, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're going to do the good job. What's the matter? Rouse keeps quiet for a while, as if he hesitates to speak, and then... I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. The murder's still out there, and we think he's gonna come back for you. We? Your colleagues. I do too. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. He gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. Have a good evening. The sarcasm in his voice is palpable. Right. You have a good evening too. You'll spend the rest of the night dealing with problems and drivers. You wonder how and when the guy ever gets any sleep. The boss opens the door and exits the cab. You watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They all ignore you, cautiously or unconsciously. You are branded. You sit there a moment, then turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you've missed that feeling. It's back to the night shift, back to life, back to the night call. Despite the attack, despite it all. Oh, I thought there was going to be more there. Alright, damn, so this map's pretty fucking big. I wonder if it's actually one-to-one with Paris? You said Paris, right? Or did you say France? Might have said France. Okay, so I guess I can just pick whoever I want. Maybe I should start with the closest. I don't think I actually have to drive either. I think it's all point and click type stuff. It's story based, it's dialogue. So we got like what, 6? No. We got 7 people here that we can pick from. Okay, I am gonna turn the music down just a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but it was distracting me. I think maybe 70%, because I do want it in the background, but it was kind of a lot. I had to go make sure that like my voice wasn't being drowned out by it. Should I be picking people close to me? I feel like I should be picking closer ones. Like going all the way over here to pick up this dude just feels like it might be a waste of time, because I do have a gas meter here at the top and a time, right? So it is like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Look at this fucking dude. This looks like mix between like Daredevil and like that like swordsman guy from the Daredevil show. Looks like he has like a beanie or something on, like tied around his face. Xavier Turcek? I need to get out of here. Accept. Fuck it, we ball. You pull up next to the sidewalk a few meters from an abandoned warehouse. No sign of your passenger. You wait a minute, staring at the meter. You really don't feel like wasting your time on people who... You hear a window break on the second floor of a warehouse. A body falls heavily on the sidewalk. You lay your hand on the door handle when a man, dressed entirely in black, jumps out of the window and lands on the body. He stands up and takes a few steps over to your cab. Are you the cab I ordered? You nod your heads very, very slowly. Super. I'm the one you're waiting for. Be right there. He turns around, places his fingers on the neck of the inanimate object, takes the pulse. Comes back over, opens the door, and jumps into the back seat. This is fucked. You can start driving. Nueli, please. You follow orders without a second thought. In back, your passenger smells like sweat and gunpowder. He's been running. Been in a fight, maybe. Probably. His muscles bulge in rhythm with his heart, which is racing. Good evening. Pretty good, yeah. He smiles, or tries to. You can see blood on his otherwise impeccably white teeth. screwed up a little. But all in all, it was a good evening. You? Yes. Okay, alright. Come on, let's talk about the elephant in the room. You're on to me and you know it. I'm the masked Joker. Silence. You squint to get a closer look at your passenger. Masked Joker, the hero who makes Harrison's night more peaceful? No? You slowly shake your head. Nope, doesn't ring a bell. I'm all over Twitter, so probably on the radio and the newspaper, I think. What exactly do you do? I protect people. I'm a guardian. Like a superhero? No, I don't have any superpowers. But it's the same idea. Yes, I mean, for the moment, I mostly take care of small-time crooks, pickpockets. It's not very prestigious, but I have I have to start somewhere. You open your mouth, but nothing worth saying comes out. Gotta start somewhere. So, how about the name? You like it? Not sure I get it. Timu Batman. Legit. It's Joker, like the card, and masked because I'm wearing a mask. Like I said, he's kind of like Daredevil because he's like cut off with like a bandana type thing. Silence ensues. Your passenger eventually clears his throat. See, I wanted something that wasn't too... He searches for the right word, beats around the bush, and eventually comes out with problematic. I did a lot of brainstorming and came up with Masked Joker. Haven't gotten great feedback, but it's hard these days to find a name everybody likes. You have to make sacrifices if you want your core business to succeed. That's what they tell you in school, anyway. At school? Yes, and ENK. He freezes. Shit, I almost gave you the name of my business school. What an idiot. Can you imagine if Bruce Wayne went around telling everybody he was Bruce Wayne? Bruce Wayne? No, Batman. If Batman went around telling everybody he was Bruce Wayne. I'm getting all mixed up. He touches his sides for a while looking like he's looking for a wound. You're getting close to your destination. I think I'm hurt. Want me to take you to the hospital? No, I'm fine. I shouldn't have jumped out of the window like that. But you were already coming down the street and I didn't want to make you wait. You smile. Pull over. Right there in front of the driveway. You obey. Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound. I'll be home in 2 minutes and I have everything I need to take care of myself. He pays and struggles to get out of the cab. One last thing. Please don't say anything about N-Kid. I'm trying to lead a double life and it's not super easy. I don't know what N-Kid is. He said ENK. So, is N-Kid the school he's going to? I also don't know what these little things are. I don't know what the smiley face and the check is. I'm gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about. N-Kid, my business school? He freezes. Oh, I just got it. You're playing along. Okay, great. He looks at you for a minute. You're really a classy guy. He walks away, limping. Yeah, I figured it was the school, because I think at first he said ENK. He didn't say the entire name. But I got there. You watch him as he tries several times to enter his building code before heading inside, finally. As you go to start the engine, you notice a few drops of blood on your fingers from the bills your passenger handed you. Okay, total... Damn, only a $4 tip. €4 tip. 27 euro total. How much is gas gonna be? Almost got 400 euros. The door suddenly opens and a woman gets into the back seat. Having a good night? For a second, you freeze. It's one of the cops working on the judge's case. She grins at you. Her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something always bothered you about her there. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks, I've been saying to myself, there's something off about you. Something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it, because I was sure you lied to us. Let her keep going. She has a cold sneer on her face. I'm going to be frank with you. She leans over to you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, just can't picture it. She squints, like she's trying to make you out from far away. You'd have gone to the extent of hurting yourself. Yeah. Between us, it's a bit of a stretch. She stares at you. But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I'd think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No. I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17. An icy chill fills your gut. And for murder, too. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you've kept a low profile, but you're lying about your name and your address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say, if you get the word of your... Sorry. It's normal. You'd say if they get word of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car, meaning no second chance at life. Your voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes start to narrow. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor for the first and last name, with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So, I'll give you info. Victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit... makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. I'm not a cop. She shrugs. Don't worry. You're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make you an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up in a bow in front of the station, alright? You're no Batman. You're just here to get more information. Is Batman canon for this universe, or is it just like a well-known comic? I mean, they have Twitter too, apparently. I think the smiley face is a passive dig. Maybe? I wonder if there's gonna be like a legend later on to show you what's what. I don't know. Could be a passive dig. She rummages around in her pockets for what seems like forever. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days, just check in. We'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes on a didactic? Paternalistic tone? Never heard either of those two words. Like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught. Don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like, and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. If I have to, I'll go check in on you-know-who. Her smile is biting. It reminds me. She knows you've done time? You shake your head, and she snickers. Oh, my little dirtbag. You cover your tracks well. What if I refuse? If you refuse, simple, I turn you in. I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture with your name on it. Your real name. Anyone close to you will have their places searched. Be put under house arrest, spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial underway? You sigh. You know what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. Could be brothers, actually. I think the electricity is like a biting, like, impactful remark, right? Because I could be chill and be like, I'm nothing like that terrorist, but this is like, I'm nothing like that son of a bitch. But I feel like she kind of wants a reaction, so I'm not going to give it to her. Nothing like that terrorist. She smiles. Let me tell you, with that face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. You have no right. I know we have no right. Takes on a serious tone, businesslike. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case, you got me? And neither can you, right? Obviously. Well, great then. We see eye to eye. So, can you just... So, you can just say you're my informant, my CI. He ripped open your gut and saw your own inside, he ripped open your gut. You saw your own insides. You were in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to want to... I think you're going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. Lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. Oh, right, and don't get fired. Without the cab, you're worthless to me. I glare at her. Do we do it? Do we call her a bitch? Nah. Just say nothing. Puts her hand up and you can hear the words behind it. This conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get your intel tomorrow. I'll find a way. Until then, not a word to anyone, obviously. Not a word. The door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. Fucking bitch! Discovered 2% of the Paradex. You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Shit. On the back seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Shit. Key in the ignition. Motor running. Radio on, crackles. Turn it off and start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents and clues of your investigation. We'll find them back at your studio after your shift. 6 clues discovered available in your room. Okay, so I will not need a notepad. That is good to know. They will give me the clues I need in game. Really liking this so far. This is cool. I like the art style too. It's simple, but it's nice. Take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ear. You throw the file, Bousset. Is that Bousset or Bousset? Probably Bousset, because it's a name. It's a French name, Bousset. You throw the files Bousset gave you on the table. On the wall, you hung up the big corkboard where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. They've been gone since you got out of... Your plan is simple. Jot down all the pieces of evidence and connect them to the suspects. The guilty party won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each suspect. Trying to understand their motives. Understand how he or she got in this situation. A bus goes by. Makes the walls shake. Take your shoes off before getting to work. Okay, what do we got here? With the board. Okay, so far we got Claudia Campos. We got Salim Wadian. Paul Marie Fragonard. Perio Bataz. And Hervé Grayo. Dude, I'm gonna botch the fuck out of these names. So these are the only documents I have so far. I'm assuming that's what these are. So the autopsy report for victim number 3 given by Bousset. Autopsy report victim number 4 in the killer case. All right, let's look at the killer case. But I don't know why those exactly relate to these people. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out later. There's not much we can really do for now since it's just the first day, so we're just kind of getting everything laid across the board for now. Let's end the night. Okay. No newspaper available. Listen to the radio. Ooh, that takes like 30 minutes off of my time if I want to listen to the radio. That's kind of cool. So maybe we can gain evidence through the radio and a newspaper at some point. Awesome. So it's going to be very time managed, right? Because what is this? Is it an eyewitness of something? I think I'm going to do that first, just to see what that is. We're going to have to manage gas. We're going to have to manage passengers. We're going to have to manage whatever this is. We can also spend time on radios and newspapers. What is this thing? I want to know what this is. So these streets look chaotic as fuck. You park a few streets away from the Argentinian embassy. You wait there for your contact. You sigh. Seems so odd to have a contact. So excessive. The guy is one of your regular poker buddies, a night watchman at the embassy. You get out of your taxi and walk toward the big metal gate. Clean lines, early 20th century maybe, lots of wrought iron. The gates open and someone moves towards you. They indicate you should follow them. The person's face is hidden with an oversized hoodie. Your heart starts beating faster. What if it was? Let's follow. You walk into a narrow covered passageway, probably the entrance of a parking garage. The man turns around to light up a cigarette. The lighter lights up his face for a second. A young man with curly hair and pale skin. He looks young. Very young. That'll be 250 euros. Jamie. The intel? Yeah, for the intel. He laughs. Strange guttural sound. What do you think this was? A date? You want information on Gordischer? I got information on Gordischer, and it'll cost 250 euros, so what'll it be? Should I try and bargain already? 250 euros. I don't even remember how much I have. 250 euros. That feels like a lot. Worst thing that can happen is he just says no, right? Or maybe he ups the price. I'm gonna try and bargain with him. Fuck you, dude. 250 is a lot. He raises his hand in front of his chest. His accent becomes stronger. No. It's 250 euros or nothing. If something learns I fished around, they'll fire me on the spot. Alright. God, it's like a third of my money. For that price, you hope the intel's good. You pay. Listen up, because I'm not going to say this twice. Gordishire is definitely a colony from the junta. One of the few who wasn't arrested and put on trial. He is responsible for torturing dozens of political opponents. He tortured and killed them. You know, we don't like him very much here. But the rich Argentinians in Paris love him. They really respect him. Respected him. The difference doesn't seem important to him. Yeah, if that makes you happy. He looks back at you. There's one last thing. I read in the newspaper that the killer wrote a message in chalk. Time's up. It was a slogan at the end of the junta. Sort of watchword from the opponents. It was time for them to go. You get it? You nod. A second later, you're back in your taxi with a hole in your wallet and with new information on one of the victims. If you follow this lead, maybe your investigation will move forward. You start the car and get back to your shift. Okay, so these are Intel. So I guess that's good to know, because I'm going to have to fucking pay for that. So I wonder if any of my passengers will end up being any of the suspects. Because I think for now it just looks like random people. I'm not going to really worry about gas, I don't think, until I get about to the 1/4 mark. Because I don't want to waste time driving to gas stations and stuff. Oh, this is one of our people that we're investigating, so we definitely need to go and track them down. If this guy's still available afterward, I want to do him again. I really like that vigilante guy. He's kind of cool. Oh, he's going pretty damn far. He's going to the top corner. It's going to take a good chunk of time. 25 euro. You immediately recognize your passenger, who just climbed into the back seat of your cab. His face has been plastered all over the news for the last few weeks. He's a lawyer who is representing a terrorist. He gives you an address and you start driving. He holds your gaze in the rearview mirror like he's trying to read your mind. You drive across a virtually empty Paris. Behind you, the lawyer nervously consults his notes. Everything all right? He answers without looking up. Yes. You get the message and leave him alone. You continue driving without saying a word. Passenger mutters. Why did he say that to the cops? He's not taking this seriously. Doesn't get it. Idiot. There again, he says it again. Is he contradicting himself, or just... You glance in the mirror. The lawyer looks like a smaller version of himself. Let's say nothing. I don't want to pry too hard, because then he might just stop muttering. He might like kind of go into his shell. We made ourselves known once. If he wants to talk, he will. His eyes meet in the rearview mirror. You see him start to break. I can't take it anymore. Takes a deep breath. Loses control of his voice. This guy's a real asshole. He's not just a monster, he's a total idiot. Tears form in the corner of his eyes. I've never seen such a moronic defendant. You know what it's like to defend a moron? You know what it's like to get only 3 hours of sleep a night so you can defend a fucking moron? Do you have any idea? He yells so loudly the windows shake. I'm sorry. When he answers, his voice is icy cold. No apologies, or no need to apologize. There's nothing to be sorry about. He pauses, barely, just to take time to take a deep breath. Jesus effing Christ already! Kicks the seat in front of him. Jesus! Calms himself down and steadies his breath. I'm the one who agreed to it. I already fought to represent him. It's my own damn fault I'm being dragged through the mud. Raises his hand, snickers. Yeah, I admit it. At first I thought it was pretty great. Being on TV, all the interviews, journalists asking my opinion on everything. I shook so many hands, there's so many words, sentences, yet everything said nothing. When I worked in the hood, not a single person cared about my work. And now, in 5 hours, I've been on the radio. In 7 on TV. Pauses, breathes. His voice sounds further and further away. Should get some rest. Chuckles. Rest? No way. Actually, it's simple. I almost never sleep. When I lie in bed, I stare at the ceiling and go over evidence in my head. He sits up. It's barbaric. It's disgusting. So horrific. So unreal. Lets out a sigh from somewhere deep in his body. And then I discover my bomb bought nails. The nails that were in the bombs at the corner market. He kept the receipt. He kept the fucking receipt. Folded it in half and slipped into his wallet. That's what I see when I close my eyes. Disemboweled bodies and a receipt of €2 worth of nails. Why? He raises his voice quite high. Why, for God's sakes? You thought he could expense it so he can get to heaven? Pauses. So stupid, so dangerous. He disgusts me. He revolts me. Why defend him then? Because everyone has a right to an attorney. Everyone without exception. Otherwise, justice is no longer just. His fits of rage subside as his fingers are shaking. When I signed on, I thought I'd be representing someone crazy. I found out he's just a moron who played too many video games. The guy has never read the holy book they use to justify their so-called acts of martyrdom. He's read a few pages online. Passages. Online. Do you have any idea what a complete moron he is? He chuckles. I'm sorry. Truly sorry. Shouldn't have said all that. Takes a deep breath. I don't have anyone else to talk to about it. All these other lawyers avoid me like the plague. My mother can't understand why I'm doing this. She's so ashamed she went back to Algeria. Shaking. I get the shame. What I don't get is when people just lump things together. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a murderer. No one else would do it. Yeah, so what? Do I get a prize? No, I get spit on every day. Why? For a moron. We could hang him right there. Right now, and no one, I'm telling you, would shed a tear. Stays quiet for a moment and catches your gaze. That's why I keep doing this. Slows his breathing. For equality, our country was founded on it. These rights have been abused far too often for me to look the other way. His anger seems to be lifting. The taxi has almost reached his destination. In the backseat, the lawyer is much calmer. His voice is soft. I need to be reminded of this. This will serve as a lesson. He looks at you in the mirror and bores you with his gaze. It's odd, isn't it? That I ran into you tonight. I mean, as if... No, forget it. Pull over. Pays his fares. Wait, don't take this the wrong way, but... He hands you another bill. Here, this is for you. For listening. For hearing what I had to say. I feel like it... I don't really need the money, you know? He's kind of needing... He's kind of helping me indirectly. He doesn't know that, but he's kind of helping me. But I feel like it would make him feel better giving me money, right? So I'll take it. It's a win-win. You slide the bill into your pocket. He looks relieved. Gathered his belongings strewn at the back on this back seat. See, look, he looks relieved. As he's getting out of the cab, you realize he left an envelope behind. For a second, one tiny second, you hesitate. Could be something important. Nah, I'm gonna give it to him. Forgot something. Freezes, notices the envelope and grabs it hastily. You can tell he's uncomfortable, but doesn't say a word. He gets out of the taxi, walks a few steps away, and turns around to wave at you before entering a bistro. And you drive off. Ooh, he gave me a $20 extra euro tip. So we got 36.2 euro total for that one. That's pretty good. I think we should probably stop at a gas station next. Should I stop at a gas station next? No, I mean, we still have like half a tank. I do want to listen to the radio, though. I want to see if the radio can give us anything. Your finger is poised in front of the car radio. You're trying to find something to listen to. Listen to the news. You happen upon the nighttime news. A crime novelist being interviewed about his latest book brings up the judge. He's quick to say that according to his sources, the first victim owed money to the mafia. And actually, he thinks the whole case is linked to organized crime. The judge is just a front for the real criminals. As soon as the news is over, you turn the radio off so the cab is silent again. Yeah, I'm really liking these stories. All these characters feel real. They got, like, real depth. Yep, just getting ready. Yeah, I feel it. As you drive to the kebab restaurant, you've Oh, I get to read that. Krauke. It's a 1.4 kilometer drive, so very short, €5 thing. Tip. Expense, whatever. You pull up to the sidewalk and wait for your passenger. Since it looks like a no-show, you get out of the cab after a minute or two to smoke a cigarette. There's not much going on in this small town in the suburbs. There's a few apartments that still have lights on. Sweet scent hangs in the air. Eventually you stub out your cigarette and get back in the car. You jump, startled. The cat has managed to slip into the cab. It's sitting on the back seat, staring at you intently. You sit there for a moment, considering whether or not to shoo it away. But just as you're about to wave your hand, the cat shifts positions and a slip of paper falls from its collar. Pick up the paper. Pick up the piece of paper and unfold it. Fragment of a map of Paris. The Saint Lazare train station. You turn your eyes slowly to the cat. It seems to be expecting an answer. Are you going somewhere? The cat tilts his head to the side as if to say yes. You want to go to Saint Lazare? It tilts its head again. Are you a dog? Cat slowly nods its head no. Your hands clutch the wheel tightly. What the hell is going on? Turn around to face the cat. Okay, fine, I'll take you. You let out a sigh. Okay, fine. You start talking to yourself in low tones as if to balance the conversation. Normally, this is all perfectly normal. You start the cab, but cast a glance at the cat behind you. You're the one who ordered the cab? You start to laugh. A few minutes go by. You try to break the ice. Simple questions are probably best. Everything okay? Either a yes or a no. More of a plaintive meow. Vacation, running away from someone. Are you meeting someone? No, that's not it. The cat is staring at you. The conversation seems to bore him. You seem to be well fed. Pretty strange, I must say. Did someone hurt you? Plaintive meow. You sigh. Your owner? Another meow, but longer and deeper, more heartfelt. You nod your head. What happened? Was it a man? No answer. A woman? Was she mean to you? Cat seems to be uncertain. Was she not around for you? Cat doesn't seem to understand. For instance, your owner is never home. You're bored. You want to spend more time playing. Cat could roll its eyes. If the cat could roll his eyes, he would have. Did she have other cats? Cat gives you a look of full disbelief. Like yeah, literally me and Noodle. Except, you know, not a black cat. No, that's not it, eh? You're independent. You like to be alone, right? Cat doesn't seem to feel like talking anymore. Turns his head away, looks at the street out the window. You're not far now, after the next light. You point at a light to the distance. At Saint Lazare. We'll be there soon. A few yards later, you stop at a drop-off area in front of the station. The first train doesn't leave for another hour. Where are you going? The cat stares at you without making a noise. Let me guess. Saint Lazare. If you're going to the suburbs of Paris, you wouldn't have needed to come into town. So, somewhere in the northwest of France. Brittany? Passenger glares at you. Okay, right, not Brittany. Cat lets out a choppy meow. He wants to get out. Somewhere by the sea, huh? Cat looks at you and meow, a sharp sound. Probably a yes. Very hungry yes. For a fish, I guess. You check the time on the dashboard. It's time to go. To get a real customer. Try not to think about too much of the situation you're in, and you hope that no one sees you talking to a cat. Alright, the cat wants to go. I'm gonna let him go. Give up. Okay, I won't bother you with all that. With a meow of thanks? You sigh. Okay, come on. It's time to say goodbye. Get out of the cab and open the back door. The bill has appeared on the seat next to the cat. It's enough for the fare, and more. Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you? I won't ask you where it came from. You smile and lean over to pet the cat. It leaps out of the car and darts between your legs. You can just make out its shape dashing up the flight of stairs and slipping between the bars of a gate. You get back in the car. You drove Krauke to St. Lazare Station. Le chat. Little achievement. You look at yourself in the rearview mirror. Your features are heavy with fatigue. Your right eyelid is twitching. As you start the car, you remember you were allergic to cats, but you haven't sneezed once. You pull out of the station. Cool. Got an almost €5 or a €5 fare altogether. That was a fun little interaction. We're still good on gas. I feel like tomorrow is when we should pay for gas. We have our masked Joker guy. I did say last time if he was available again, I'd like to talk to him, so let's go do that. We need a taxi soon. Yes, sir. You pull up next to the sidewalk in a calm, nondescript alleyway. No sign of your passenger. Cobblestone gleam calmly underneath the street lamps. A cat jumps from one building to another. Two men are fighting in the shadows. You sit up abruptly. Something is shining in the darkness. One of those Japanese sabers just reflected off the street. You put a hand on the door handle, ready to run. The saber falls to the ground and the sound rings through the alley. One of the two men crumples. The other walks towards your taxi with determination. At the very last minute, just as the door is about to open, you recognize the passenger from before. The one who thinks he's a superhero. We can go. Same address as last time. He appears to be out of breath, but his voice is calm and poised. Start driving. Put a foot on the accelerator. Behind you in the rearview mirror, you can see lights in several apartments flicker on. Apparently, the fight woke up some of the neighbors. He stops, out of breath. Everything okay? Yeah, I'm okay. He tenses his muscles and his chest inflates. Catches his breath. In the space of a few seconds, his heartbeat has returned to normal. I'm sorry, but... Another deep breath. I think I shit my pants a little. I'll just say, once he has a mask on, but I'm pretty sure he's looking at you straight in the eyes. But don't worry, there are no marks. Oh god, dude. I was just so scared. When he pulled his katana out, man, I was like, that's it. That's over. He had a good life, and now he's gonna cut you up like a turkey. But actually, I handled it. Pauses. Nods. You sense him sitting up straighter. Yeah, I handled it. I handled the hell out of it. But what happened? I'm investigating a sort of organization, like mob types, you know? They're forcing kids to work in this squat. They're sorting through jewelry, wallets. Sometimes they're sent out to panhandles. Girls are sent to... I mean, you get the gist, right? But the police aren't doing anything about it. Why? No idea. First off, the kids aren't French. The organization is tied with the Albanians and this not-so-nice German guy. They have ties with an extreme right-wing organization with connections to 2 police captains. I came to get photos. I want to alert the press. Outside, an ambulance crosses your path. No sirens, no lights. Almost looks like a moving van. And while I was going about my business, that guy jumped me with his katana. Scared me to death. Pauses for a while. His body is radiating heat. Any hotter and he might start to smoke. It's really risky. Yeah, it's dangerous, but it's not what's important. Clears his throat. What I'm about to say is probably gonna sound pretty weird, okay? Another breath. This one is deep and long, almost moving. Since I've been chasing this organization down, I really feel like I'm doing something useful. Like I can really make a difference. Shit, that makes it worth it. Pauses. Would it be okay if I got some shut-eye for the rest of the trip? I think I need to... Falls asleep mid-sentence. Crack your window to let some fresh air in. The trip continues in silence, with you at the wheel and the masked hero in the back seat. What if you had taken martial art classes? What if you had known how to defend yourself? Maybe that night... Shake your head. There's no point in thinking about it. He or she snuck up on you, attacked you from behind. You still have about 10 minutes left before reaching your destination. Newly. Newly always had the same effect on you. One of surprised. You're surprised to be remained of this town next to Paris. Calm, pointless, unremarkable, boring as hell. At long last, you pull up to the front of the driveway. You dropped your passenger off the last time. He wakes with a start. Already? You grin. Yes, already. Could have slept for about 20 more hours. He glances at your dashboard. I have an essay to turn out in 6 hours from now. Wish me luck. I do kind of want to say good luck, but at the same time, are you really going to work on it now? Good luck. Thank you. He sighs and stretches for a while. Something in his neck cracks. Anyway, shower, breakfast, essay, sleep. That's the plan. He pays the fare and rushes to his building a few seconds later. He sits still, alone. Once the coast is clear, you check the back seat for to make sure you didn't miss, to make sure it's clear. It is. No trace of blood. Or shit. Sigh in relief and drift off. 17 euro. Alright, we really don't have that home. Probably should get home. I mean, we've got like no time left. Also don't know what this is. A shadow. Officially second. Let's go. She forgore. That's alright, you've remembered. Now. I know how to spell, I swear. I forgot #R. Alright, let's go home. I don't think we have enough time to do anything else. It's already like 3 in the morning. And then we'll get gas tomorrow. But we almost broke even. Again, we had to spend like 250 euros for evidence the day before. Wait, can I listen to the radio? I don't know. This might chew into the rest of my time. I don't know. Very, very small amount of time we have left there. Oh, okay, night 2. You know more about your clients. Check the Pasidex menu for more details. The start balance was $385. Profits was $88. The company, oh gosh, so many things going on. Total loss of 118. Current balance is 355. All right, these are all the people I've met and things that happened. Things didn't go well at first with Ludovine. At the foot of your front door, just behind the drain pipe, you notice an envelope. It's thick and heavy. You can just make out your name written in thick black marker on the front. Your real name. Take a deep breath and go inside. In the envelope, you find more information about the Bousset, just as Bousset promised. You lay them on the table. You look at the new evidence on the table. It'll take you a while to read everything carefully. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see the pipes shake. You sigh and get to work. Okay. We're going to leave that for now. We don't have enough time to do that one, so we're just going to have to end the night. Again, I'm not sure if we have to, like, wait for those unmarked things to, like, be given a path, or if we just kind of have to try and connect them ourselves. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You open the sofa bed and lie down. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. Your brain is running at full speed, your body aches, and you're in pain. You can tell you need to get more sleep. You glance at your investigation board. You hope to find more information. Tonight, even as soon as you wake up. Shake your head and your mind wanders for a second, and suddenly you're asleep. You open one eye. It's pitch black outside. It's time to work. Get up quickly. And a few minutes later, you're outside of your studio for night 3. All right. So we've got a few gas stations we can enter. We've got 2 signs of evidence. I'm not sure. Is there anything we have to pay for other than like gas? Are there bills that we have? I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I think we're gonna end this here for now. I think that was a really good session. I'm assuming it kind of saves as we play. Those Passadex. Ooh, these are like all of our passengers. Okay, so that's cool. So you can know whether you need more information with a person. So you don't waste your time picking them up for a second time, third time, etc. That's kind of cool. That's good to know. Quit game? Does that just exit out? Okay, it does. All right. That was a good session. I'm really enjoying this game. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really liking the story. I'm liking how we're able to narrate it. I like the choice options. The characters do feel very real. They feel like they've got a lot of character, a lot of personality. This world feels lived in. It's very nice. So yeah. We're gonna continue that next week.